So one sample that I did for you right here shows the pattern and how it would end up looking. And so this is a dyed quill. We only have the natural quills. But when you think about, like, I at first put the purple beads, and then the purple didn't pop, and you couldn't see it very well. So that's a part of the artist's eye, is thinking about what is going to stand out, how are you going to be able to see those quills well, based on the colors that you're using. So the pattern, and to show this loop on the bottom, is the number of beads you put, obviously the loop is going to be bigger or longer. I put a center bead, that's a bigger center bead, and I did bring some extra, like just a little bit larger than the average size 11, 12 we have, 12 size beads. And there are some bigger, a little bit bigger beads of different sizes that you can use for a center bead. And as I pass this around and you look at it, you'll see. But I followed the numbers pattern is how it works. And so I wanted you to see with the number of beads that I used across here, how long it's going to be or how big it's going to be. If you want it longer, you're adding more beads at the top and at the bottom, but you want to stay with your pattern. So we do have pattern papers over there if you want to color in and see what it might look like. And you do some different patterns and designs to see what you might want it to look like. So this was using purple and white, and then purple for this example here. This is where I started, this is where I ended, and then it's going to come back around like this. So at the start here I have 3 purple beads, and at the end I only have 2, because when I come back around with that next one, I'm going to go through that last bead. So that there's 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and that one right here is going to have the string going through it. As it comes back around, you're going to go back through. And then that's where you're going to go around the entire knot. So you're going to go through that bead so that it stays on. And that's kind of bringing your knot together. So if that's difficult to understand, as you get to that point, there's several beaders in here, and you may not need help with that piece. But I do want to get you going on picking colors. We have different colors of earring hooks also. So remember that plays in there too, depending like if you're going to use what color beads and how that's going to look. So think about the colors you choose and the number of beads you're going to put on. In the inside of the quill, it's like spongy. And so when we string through it, we have beading thread and beading needles that are going to be able to go through the quill. And so when you're going through the quill, you have to go slowly because you could poke out side of the quill. And you could also poke your finger as you're going through. So as you just work your way through because it's spongy inside. And when you get your beads on, you'll see. And the more you move it, the more it'll slide up and down, and that spongy stuff on the inside will get wider and wider. So be careful when you're poking through, but I showed them.
Okay, so now I'm going back through here.
So this is the tap bead.
Yes, that I already went through the first time, and I gotta go through it again.
Just at the top, just to kind of
Just,
secure it.
Yep, and then I'm gonna tie a knot in it. So now I tie a knot. Oh, so now it kind of holds it together. So now I just tie a knot.
You just do a regular knot on the end of the, or on this thing?
And this is hard to, it's kind of like thin.